Take us through.
Okay, so there's of course a lot of tension as we near the voting day, which is January 14th. But together we are voting our president as well as our MPs, women MPs, councillors, and all other people on the 14th of January 2021. But of course, Electoral Commission every day and including that was yesterday when it released new guidelines that are saying that voters are not going to be allowed to remain behind after casting their vote. You are expected by Electoral Commission's new guidelines to go home after you cast your vote. Now, of course, we've seen different party members excited about remaining behind and nebakuma kalulu kabwe. We've seen the NUP party president, Robert Chagulanyi, encouraging his supporters to remain behind and actually, if possible, record the events that are going on, of course, on the campaign trail or where at the polling stations, different polling stations around the country. He has, of course, asked his voters to make sure they remain behind and count their votes and see if at all there is any misconduct or malpractice and report it straight to the party headquarters. However, the Electoral Commission says this is going to, of course, increase the risk of people getting coronavirus, and so it advised that it's not going to allow anybody to stay behind after voting. Byabakama, of course, stated that it is impossible due to the COVID-19, like I've said, and could violate these standard operating measures. In his statement, he said, go with your ID and make sure you vote. After voting, please do not please leave the grounds immediately and make sure you are not seen in crowds gathered, because it could cause the coronavirus, as we can see on our screens right there. They are members of opposition. The members of opposition, however, we should remember they have set up a joint tally center. These include FDC, JEMA, NUP, DP, ANT, as well as Lieutenant General Tumukunde's camp. They have set up one center of tallying that they will be using to count their votes. However, I don't know how this is going to be possible if now they are not allowing citizens to stay behind and witness the voting process even after voting.
Well, in regards to that, the chairman Electoral Commission was very clear in regards to the General Tally Center, and he said he's going to work hand in hand with the security agencies because chimenya mateka, it's only the Electoral Commission that is responsible for announcing results. Era n'agamba nti tally center egenda kubeera ejo egenda okubeera ekyambogo. Era kakasiza lwatu n'agamba tewagenda kubeerawo tally center ndala.
I think alaba first show. Kuba twabadde twebuuza bino ebintu just yesterday. So I think nasalawo n'alaba first show.
Electoral Commission waliyo screens lumu nabuuza Mr. Paul Kenya namubuuza ne mugamba naye lwaki mukyalina 17 zino ez'ekibiina n'agamba vintage is always the best.
Yalimba.
Never on a flat screen, and I'm pretty sure they're watching STV, the first show. But I want to applaud them for the good job they're doing amidst all the challenges that are coming left, right, center. Zonyinji, nensubira nti akalulu kagenda kubeera free and fair. Era bakakasiza lwatu nti bagenda teekawo ku district tally centers, bagenda kuteekawo screens.
Yeah.
So bano ba agents kubanabya results nga bezigenda okujja ate nabaki districts ebeeramu ne polling stations ezenjawulo so basindika results oba DR forms neziba zirabira ku screen kati ku district tally center kwebasindikira ku gundi eno tally center egenda okubeera ekyambogo kati then awo webajja obigatira babuulire eggwanga nti kakati these are the provisional results. President Museveni ayimiridde bw'ati, Robert Chagulanyi ayimiridde bw'ati, Katumba ayimiridde bw'ati. Naffe aba STV, we shall be very active. Era tujja kuba tukubuulira buli kimu nga bwe kinaaba kigenda maaso. Era tweyama, we are going to give you a 360 degrees coverage ku lunaku olwo lwennyini. Era banatwala nnaku nga mmeka okulangirira? Usually batwala how many hours?
48 hours.
Are they 48?
Yeah, they are 48. 48 hours.
Okay. So we shall be able to inform the general public in regards to that. Na ye kunsonga ya General Tally Center ya opposition. I spent some time thinking about it. You see, what Ugandans wanted, nadala abagala enchuka. I'm not the spokesperson, but as a journalist, I've heard voices speak. And this is what they really expected, at least to see two people feature on the ballot paper. DP was spearheading that campaign, but eventually it failed. And the reason as to why DP was nominated late, they had hope until maybe other candidates but it still failed. Neighbor na Uganda abalonzi, this is what they expected. So when I heard them say that they are going to come up with a joint tally center, the question that came into my mind was that if these people from time memorial fail to form a coalition, can they form a joint tally center? Bagatobululu, I don't see it happening at this time around.
How is the Electoral Commission going to prevent it from happening? Because if they are in their tally centers, or probably hidden away, will Electoral Commission come and say you stop counting votes?
Definitely, Electoral Commission ngaita mu chairman wayo yagambye nga bwengambi bagenda kukozesa ebyokwerinda okulaba nga tally center tekola teberawo. Okay.
Chirekawa apu yaffe MP ya People Power over ya
You vote.
You vote.
We shall also get communication from them. I'm pretty sure they'll have to respond in regards to that. But they also assure the general public that You Vote will be very active ku 14th. Now nalabyeko statement ngegamba nti Electoral Commission ngegamba tebagenda kukkiriza abantu kuba bifaananyi. Bw'omala okuba akaluluko okubye ekinkumu oba otiikinze, go back home.
Simon Chris njala ensonga, why the tension? What's to creating embeera y'obunkenge mu kaluka neeno? Kubanga bwe kibanga tugenda kulonda. Omuntu omwagenda nolonda akaluluko buli mukadde kyabane agent we ku polling station. Otugenda okubanga tulondera. Era agent wo bw'amala okubanga these are simazo okubanga they are declared bamuwa declaration form, DR form n'agikuleetera. Bamuwako copy n'abanga agikuleetera. Lwaki mpira ne bakadisa abagamba nti they are going to make even sure nti bagoberera results. Emotoka iswali za babenga bazigoberera gizigenda okubanga ziraga. You already have a DR form. Copy eyo. Eri signed, eri buli kimu stamp egenda kubanga ekyusibwa. Nsaza ne bwongamba ogenda kufunyiriza DR form yange bane ku STV. Iza zigenda katwe ku police. Nze already na copy yange. Guno ogenda ekatwe noba ngo kyusata ebiranga. Nze already na copy yange. Obo mala biseera. So what you creating ebire ya tension. Kubanga olwaliro abantu tufe nyini abane office tusaso okulaga bannansi njaka ukagenda kubbibwa. Fene tusaso okulaga nti embere akaluka gendo kulonda tekali fair and fair. These are zigenda vam zigenda kuba nfu. Kintu okulaga bannansi. What you pushing abantu no tubere buli kimu kati omuntu yache kwa tugenda ku akaluka no kango Simon Chris nze nawe wakati wange namwe nanja tukize tugane buli mwagala gamba banzibe ebintu bibadde bituufu because of the situation we are creating. Tali kwa tuteka no tali center zaffe what to pushing ennyo abantu amasengena amasimu tukole eki tuteka tukeza waliwo preparing abantu preparing okugundi abalonzi okukola nti bitugenda okubanga ebigenda okukolebwa tebigenda kuba bituufu. That is the motive behind. Kubanga already oyina DR form police station yo bagikuwadde tariki ndi agent wa Chris bagana ku DR form copy ndikuleetere ate wacho ngamba still uteka one motoka egobeza ziraga ogenda kuba ne agent omula ku tally center abali screen kubanga ku district wenyinyi tulaga bulu agent abuloma bera one agent we agenda kuba atude ku district yawo ndinze wonkubi odoba ndi ekibuye nafunye obulu 10 nga screen eraga 2 odo abestani ke tugamati twafunye wa 2 kubanga kyekitesa screen agent wonga yara form aja kubazirina. So what take up tension yeno nze badde nsaba tubire bakakkamu ebitu obogenda kaluko kalonde agent wo walagenda kuba visa ze azikuwadde azikwetere tutukwete kata center za njawulo nekyo ku kitogedde ku tali center yokuba nti eya wamu era ngenda kuzanya nayo kuri so yokatemba kuzanyira ku nze ndaba kuzanyira ku bwongo budo twagala kuba twegatta tutekewo omundu omulonzi candidate omundu ngeno kwafena nga tubakinga ali watwegatta mu kubala bululu tufune mu kyo kubanga nabyo ligata kumbalo ngenda kubambala bwange nganze tumukunde nagenda ko bana bubonga ngammawo nagenda ko bana bwenga bulo bagenda ko bana bwenga ye kati butuyambe ki butuma muri kuranti ekiwedde kati what next tugende mukoti fatu gende batubye.
Well, Tariq, and everybody watching this show, it's a norm in Africa, Uganda in particular, that elections are never free and fair.
From time immemorial.
I think one, it's ego. Most of them are egocentric.
Thank you.
And the other one is also trust. Trust issues, greed, those kind of things. And the fact that politics was monetarized, nava ku politics were ideas, nada ku politics were kabasa. Even that all those issues are involved. So botukatebe na byonna kwetuvira muno labanti bwe buzibu bye tulina ntoro ne babagamba nti bamuwangudde tasobola kukkiriza nti bamuwangudde. It is a time that judiciary becomes very active. Immediately after elections, petitions, petitions, because elections in Africa are never free and fair. Chuva last time nabagamba nti botunulira ensi mu Africa where elections are conducted, results nezifuluma, oli nakkiriza n'agamba nti bro or sister, it's been a fair competition. Take on the mantle. If you're to count the number of countries where there have been handshakes, nebagamba, oh, President Museveni, it's been a fair election. Take on Uganda. Oba President Museveni bamukubya akalulu. N'agamba, oh, Johnny Katumba, it's been a fair election. Take on the mantle. It can never happen because of these issues I've mentioned. Greed, ego, politics, wakabasa, they are all involved. Politics here, and it's embedded in what we call democracy. Politics wa Africa. For tubanga abazanya akazanyo. Ninga ate mabega. Eri abapushinga. They either push their candidate and they have to make sure that that person goes through no matter what. Because they have signed their own deals and they have to make sure their candidate does what? Goes through. And no wonder that the issue of divide and rule is still evident. And some African leaders are still riding on the same issue to govern Africans.